Come to order, please.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided in accordance with Chapter 231, Public Law, 1975.
Like a silent meditation, please. For our friends of Jewish faith, and Mr. Albrecht.
Please stand. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Albrecht.
here.
Commissioner Loeb. Present. Commissioner Sorrow. Here. Commissioner Marchand. Here. Commissioner Taylor. Present. Deputy Director Romero. Here. Director Soleo.
Here.
Do I have a motion and second to accept and dispense with the reading of the minutes from the last public meeting?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye. Communication.
In a letter dated April 4th, 2024, the State of New Jersey Department of Transportation informed the Board of County Commissioners that Cumberland County will receive an allotment of $150,000 for Money Island Concept Development Project. In a letter dated April 4th, 2024, from Atlantic City Electric to the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners enclosing notices of filing and public hearings in the matter of Atlantic City Electric Company petition to reconcile and update the level its non-utility generation charge and its societal benefits charge, BPU docket number ER 24020074.
I understand we have some presentations today.
We do. First, we're going to have Miss Coastal Shore 2024, Ashley Campbell. Thank you.
Bear with me as I figure out the technology. I'm not the best when it comes to technology, but I make it work. Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Ashley Campbell. As wonderfully introduced, I am your Miss Coastal Shore within the Miss America opportunity, which was formerly known as the Miss America organization, and that means I will be competing for the title of Miss New Jersey in a little under 50 days. So wish us luck. Thank you for the commissioners for allowing me to come. The commissioners have been a grand support over the past 3 years as I've been a Miss New Jersey delegate and just as Ashley as a hometown girl. And, oh, excuse me, thank you to my mother for allowing us to be connected in this evening tonight. So thank you.
That was nice.
So who am I? This is a lovely baby picture of me because I just like for all of us to get acquainted. As I mentioned, I'm a hometown girl. I was born and raised in Bridgeton, New Jersey, but I did spend a portion of my childhood in Prince Edward Island, Canada. So if anyone is familiar with Anne of Green Gables, you can just imagine my face with that book series, and it'll work. I'm a mental health advocate, which I'll get into in a little bit. I recently turned 23, and I'm surprised that I put it on the slide and I remembered my age because after 21, everything is a blur, I've noticed. Right. And I have on here that I've been dancing since the age of 4, but if you ask my mother, I've been dancing since I was in the womb. So life currently for me, I am currently a graduate student at Rowan University, and I am studying my clinical mental health counseling degree. My career aspiration is to become a licensed professional counselor here in New Jersey, and I'm looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. I know it's there, I'm just pushing on. And I graduated magna cum laude from Rowan University as well with my Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. As much as I've mentioned Rowan University, I also work there as a community director, and I supervise 11 resident assistants and a little over 500 freshmen in our residence halls. I'm a busy girl. And then with that, I am the founder of the One Step Forward Initiative, which I will also get into. I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and I'm also...
You did the test with this ranking and stuff, and I was watching it.
There's a lot of us that are...
That's okay. No worries, I understand. And then along with this, I'm also a member of the Cumberland County Positive Youth Development Coalition and our Trauma Intervention and Prevention Work Group here in the county. So the thing you've all been waiting for, me as Miss Coastal Shore. My platform, also known as our Community Service Initiative, is the One Step Forward Initiative, which is something I created in 2019 with the mission of teaching our youth how to identify and articulate their mental health experiences. And in other translation, that means just helping our youth put their mental health into words. And I'll get into that in a little bit too. I use the pillars of conversation, arts, and service to make this a reality, and conversation is similar to what I'm having right now with you all. Like I said, I've been dancing, so that is my talent when I go to compete. This is my 3rd year competing for Miss New Jersey, and I previously have held the titles of Miss Cumberland County, and I was fortunate enough to serve as the first African-American identifying woman in that role. And then last year I served as Miss Gloucester County. And now I'm Miss Coastal Shore. So a little more about what my platform, but we call it a community service initiative, is like I mentioned, the One Step Forward Initiative. I created this in 2019 as I was a high school senior after I first competed in my very first pageant here within the county, and it allows me the opportunity to have one-on-one conversations with our youth, give them the skills, the tool set, and just the confidence and validation that they need to feel okay in having those conversations with an adult figure or a friend. I have conversations oftentimes with our youth, and mental health isn't a conversation topic that happens in their home. It's sad to hear, but it's the truth. So that's the reason why I created our initiative, and also to bridge the gap between youth and their families. Although I created this in 2019, my advocacy started in 2015 when I was personally diagnosed with lupus. Lupus, if you're unfamiliar, is an autoimmune condition where your organs or your blood tissue that is fatally affected. And in my case, it was manifested through my blood platelet counts fatally dropping. So I was a 14-year-old high school student dealing with a lot of uncertainty about specialty treatments, being rushed to the hospital, not knowing if I was going to make it to the next day. But through all of that, I had my support system. I had people, adult figures and my friends and my family, who would allow me to put my mental health into words and would allow me to ask for help and encouraged me to pursue therapy if I needed to, and just to be confident in what I was experiencing. But as I mentioned, a lot of our youth don't have that opportunity at home, and that's why I created the One Step Forward Initiative, to be that opportunity and to encourage our youth to take their first step in finding help. I can go on and on and on about the One Step Forward Initiative, but I have promoted it over 300 times within our state, and I hope to see it as a part of my career in the future. These are some pictures from throughout the years with my initiative. Some going back to as far as like 2019, and I'm just like, wow, I looked a lot different. But these were some opportunities that I had when I first started it, and I just keep this slide the same whenever I share it because it reminds me of where I came from. And then these are some pictures of me as Miss Coastal Shore. And this is our Miss New Jersey down here. And like I said, we go to compete soon, so yep. And then this in the corner is, Riley will introduce herself in a second, so I won't give her away, but our new Miss Cumberland County, and then her sister, who was Miss Cumberland County, and then me, as I mentioned, I was Miss Cumberland County, so it runs in their family. But that is all that I have on my end today. I thank you all for your time and your respect, and I will answer any questions if you need to later on, but if not, then I'll pass it along to Miss Cumberland County.
We're to have Miss Cumberland County 2024 Riley Howerton.
Jeff, can you do me a favor? Can you move that flag?
Yeah.
Put it behind the American flag. And so it's...
Thank you, sir.
Oh man, you don't want the flag in my face? Darn.
Come on, we want to see Miss Cumberland.
Yes.
Thank you. So I'm Riley Howerton. I'm Miss Cumberland County 2024. And like Ashley mentioned before, my sister was Miss Cumberland County the previous year. And what's funny about this year is that me and my sister, she's Miss Northern Lights, we are actually competing against each other this year, which is like a sister brawl. You know, we're doing that who wore it best kind of contest, which is really funny to me because I like to pick every color that she wants to wear just out of spite, but it's sisterly love, of course. And we're actually the second set of sisters to go to Miss New Jersey and compete against each other, so that's really big for us. A little bit about me. I am 18 years old. I'm still in high school. I graduate in about a month. And I'm currently enrolled in RCSJ as a dual enrollment with high school, but I am going as a recruit for track and field at the College of New Jersey. I'm going to be entered in an accelerated 4+1 double major program. I'm going to be double majoring in deaf education and integrative STEM education with a focus on chemistry. Right now in high school, I am summa cum laude with a 4.1 GPA, and in RCSJ, I'm also summa cum laude with a 4.0 GPA. School has always been a very, very big priority to me, and with Ashley's initiative that she brought up, I also have one of my own. It's called Choose Wise Words. I wrote a book when I was 14 years old to kind of help get the message of Choose Wise Words across to younger kids. So I go around and I educate not only children but also adults on the importance of the words we use and help in hopes of ending the usage of ableist words in our community and society as itself, since there's so many words that have been normalized in society that can hurt and offend others on their ethnicity, their disability, their sexual orientation. And one fun fact about me is I'm actually on the autism diagnosis. And if I didn't tell you guys that, you guys probably would have never noticed. And certain words that we might use that have been normalized can really hurt me or offend me. So I make sure that I provide those with different words that we can use, kind of like silly or wonky or goofy, kind of funny words, but that won't hurt or offend others. I'm actually the first contestant diagnosed with autism to compete on the Miss New Jersey stage, which is a really, really big accomplishment to me. And one of my very, very good friends, Kim, has had the opportunity to watch me grow as a person, and she does not get to present me with my diploma this year since I go to an all-girls college prep academy. She's actually on the board for Vineland High School. And I went through public school system practically my whole life, and I've known Kim. And it was always a goal to have her present me with my high school diploma. And this year she's invited to my high school graduation at Alma. Even though she can't give me my high school diploma, I still want her to be there because she has shaped my life and shaped me as a person in every way in my educational goals. So big thank you to you, Kim, of course. So that's just a little bit about me. Thank you guys so much for having me come and talk to you guys. I like to throw in a couple little jokes because, Ashley did too, kind of lighten up the mood. I could stand here and talk to you for hours. My mom likes to say I could talk to the wall sometimes too. Never shut up. If you ask my teachers, they'd probably say the same thing. So thank you guys. If you guys need me to talk at any other time.
Stay right where you are.
Stay right where I am.
Stay right where you are.
I'm staying here.
You don't have to put your hands in there.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Sheriff, are you here?
It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I promise.
First of all, I thought it would be appropriate to have Ms. Costas on here as well, because since she's such a mentor to me. And I have here in my possession, well, I'll say cigar stained hands, is what I heard was going to say. The Presidential Award for you only, for your accomplishments that you achieved and continue doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Right? That's one, representing the county. Two, representing yourself, representing your family, and doing a damn good job.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
For those who don't know, this is an award that is presented to people who complete a certain amount of hours in community service. I was fortunate enough last year, maybe 2 years ago, I was presented with my Lifetime Achievement Award, which is presented to those who have completed over 4,000 hours of community service. So this is another community service award for completing, now that I'm 18, 250 hours in 1 year of community service.
See, we knew there was more about you.
Oh, I could sit up here and talk forever.
Are you sure Italian?
Actually, I am. I'll be sitting up here talking with no one else in the room. I'll just stay here and everyone else can leave. I just can.
Take a seat. Sit back, guys.
Why don't you
Whack the gavel? No.
Yeah, well, yes, you can whack the gavel.
But you can't adjourn the meeting. All right, so.
That would be funny.
Commissioners, come up here with us. And,
Yeah, we're gonna,
here you go. Oh, boy. All right? Just don't whack anybody here, all right?
Wait, hold it up high so I can
You
see.
see, this is Italian, so.
can you guys squeeze together?
Oh, that's awesome. Tell me when, Mom. Okay. Wait, do it again. I didn't have it on video.
You can do it twice. Can we make like a brunch vlog? We don't make vlogs. We'll send it to the steakhouse for that.
That's right. You want to work on the assembly? We'll see what we can do.
And if you like to talk, I probably have a future there anyway.
Maybe one day, President. High goals.
You probably do.
Ashley, again, thank you also, but appreciate it. Very nice. Very nice. Now, you guys don't necessarily have to stay for the entire meeting if you get bored. I understand, you know, some of these things can get a little, drab.
We won't make you.
Yes.
Thank you all so much.
Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the weather that's outside.
I'm a county employee. I think I finished at 4 o'clock today.
Christine,
Nice seeing you.
There you go.
thank
Thank
you
you,
for coming
everybody.
tonight,
Bye.
guys. Have a good evening.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, ordinances, please.
Ordinance 2024-3. We are in compliance with NJSA 40A:2-17 so that the ordinance may be read by title only. Do I have a motion and second that the ordinance be read on final reading by title only?
So moved.
Second.
Voice vote?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bond ordinance 2024-3 of the County of Cumberland providing for the funding of sewer improvements on behalf of the Township of Down in the County of Cumberland pursuant to a shared service agreement appropriating $33,674,200. Therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $33,674,200 bond or notes of the County of Cumberland, New Jersey, to finance the cost thereof and authorizing the execution of certain documents related thereto. Do I have a motion and second to open public hearing on the ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Comments? Public? Warning is over. State your name, 5 minutes.
Motion to close?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do I have a motion and second that ordinance 2024-3 be finally adopted?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor? Abstain. Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes. Congratulations, Down Township.
Do I-
Well, I was just gonna get to that. There was supposed to be public comment, but
Yes.
nobody spoke up. Do you guys still wanna open it up again for public comment?
Or they could say a couple words themselves if they care to.
It's up to them.
Good evening, all. For those that don't know, my name is Mike Rothman. I'm the mayor of Down Township. I'm here with Mayor Bob Campbell, who this was a vision of his so long ago, and here we are today. With me is Jim Matala, who has been the design behind this thing from day one. We'd like to thank you all for the support in what we're doing. We look forward to this moving forward and serving the residents of Down Township with a sewer service area. So once again, thank you very much for the time, the consideration, and your support.
Thank you,
Anything else?
Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Mr. Campbell, you went hard at it too.
From me, a great big thank you to you guys for supporting what we're trying to do down there. It's been a long road.
We're here for the county.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Do I have a motion and second to open public comment period on agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sandy Acevedo, Upper Deerfield Township. On 2024-281, the Public Works Department head, I had 3 questions. Is this a new hire? Is it a new position? And were in-house personnel considered? Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Nancy Ridgway from Upper Deerfield and Fairfield Townships. On Resolution 2024-290, it's a resolution adopting a revision to the County Personnel Policy Manual, Fraud, Waste, and Abuse Policy as required by 2 CFR 200. I believe this is a federal requirement, and I'm hoping that you're able to enforce it and that the employees will come forward. I read it, and I believe I understood that there would be no retaliation for people that come forward with information regarding fraud, waste, and abuse. And hopefully your employees will be telling the truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Anyone else?
Motion to close?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Did you want to respond to the question?
All right, we have 2 questions. So
One.
No, one question.
Well, no, that's true.
More of a
One
statement.
question, yeah, that was a statement, yeah.
As to the
Please.
fact, whether it was a new hire, whether it's a new position, and whether in-house folks are considered for necessity.
So the answer to the questions would be that
There was insight
No, it's
consideration.
not.
there was a position where Mr. Riley resigned.
Mhm.
This is a replacement for Mr. Riley.
Correct.
In-house candidates were considered. And the last question was,
That was it.
I think that covers it. New hire.
Was it a new hire?
Was that a new hire?
it's not a new
It's not
hire.
a-
I mean, a new position.
It's not a new
It's an
position.
existing position that we're filling because of a resignation, and internal candidates were considered.
I think that covers it.
Right, so the position was vacant.
The position was vacant.
Exactly.
One internal candidate applied.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, consent agenda resolutions. When voting on resolutions, all matters listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and having been reviewed by the Board of County Commissioners will be enacted by one motion. Any item may be removed from the consent agenda at the request of any commissioner or board member, and if so removed, will be treated as a separate matter. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by certification of availability of funds. Do I have a motion and second to vote by consent agenda on resolutions 2024-245 through 2024-283?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albright.
Do we have any comments we can make, Director, before we do this?
Brief, please.
Well, just a comment, this is on 250. I asked the Director of Department of Aging that if this in-home it's growing, that people need support for many reasons in their house. She says that it's a private company we deal with, but for the future, maybe we should consider looking at this to provide more funding. This is a money we're getting for a grant or something. But maybe that's an area where in this county, in every county, but this county, because of the Alzheimer's, dementia, parents that they need help. So it might be something to look at in the future, either look around for more money or develop more in the budget. I don't know all the numbers. She's supposed to provide some more numbers for us to see if that was possible. So I asked us to consider that in the future. A lot of people have that need. So just for 2 hours in a day would do a lot of good for some families.
Sure, get some stimulation and so forth, and, outside of the books, absolutely. Okay, thank you, sir.
Right.
Anyone else?
And use a vote now.
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes.
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes.
Do I have a motion and second to adopt resolutions 2024-245 through 2024-283 by consent?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Commissioner Albrecht?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes.
Resolution 2024-284, resolution awarding a contract for electric and natural gas energy consultation for the County of Cumberland and the Cumberland County Cooperative Contract Pricing System Identifier Number 181, CCPS, RFP Number 24-05. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes.
Resolution 2024-285, resolution awarding contract for supplying and delivering paper goods and miscellaneous janitorial items to Cumberland County, bid number 24-11. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes.
Resolution 2024-286, resolution awarding a contract for Area Plan 2022-2024 Summer Camp Assistance for Older Americans Act Services for the Elderly and Disabled for the 2022 through 2024 Area Plan contract. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes.
Resolution 2024-287, resolution awarding contract for providing specifications for roof replacement at 2020 North Laurel Street, 800 East Commerce Street, Bridgeton, New Jersey, bid number 24-08. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes, and glad
Commissioner-
we're maintaining our public property.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes.
Resolution 2024-288, resolution authorizing purchase from New Jersey State contract vendor for one 2024 Dodge Ram 1500 SSV 4x4 crew cab truck with 5x7 box and options for the County Division of Weights and Measures. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Director, is this vehicle a replacement for the one that had the accident, or is this a new weights and measures truck total?
If I'm not mistaken, it's a new purchase, and it's
But for
something that dates
replacing-
back prior year. So, because you know how long it takes to get vehicles.
So is this the box truck that, or the truck that drives around, which it says it's a cab, like a
That I
big thing?
can't be,
but
I
we don't-
can't be sure of, I'm not sure.
Sheriff is here.
I think, Commissioner Albrecht, that I authorized repairs to the truck we were talking about last week.
So this is
And
different.
this is a new purchase. There was a proposal for 2 trucks to be purchased, and
okay.
now they're purchasing one, with an understanding they'll probably purchase one next year or 2.
This
Okay.
might be a big heavyweight pickup truck of some type.
But it's not being used just to, for personal driver. This is actually for the inspections and.
For use, yeah, our use.
Okay.
It's a regular 1500 truck.
It's 1,500?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it actually says a 5.7 box and option.
It's a Hemi
big.
engine, Dodge.
It's a heavy.
Hemi.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. This is a big truck, even though it's a 150. It's a crew cab, everything else. It's got all the bells and whistles. And, you know,
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you. Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes.
Resolution 2024-289, resolution consenting to the Cumberland County Improvement Authority awarding a contract to USA Architects for design of proposed Cumberland, Gloucester, Salem Regional Jail. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht?
Mr. Ridgway, Director, Mr. Ridgway, is this, the money that's being put aside, I noticed divided, it's just Gloucester and Cumberland, kicking money, this is the, okay, so
Correct.
Salem is just because it's part of their,
Yeah, that was the arrangement under the shared services, as I understand it.
okay.
Yeah, I think we even got an email just recently on I don't know if you
I saw the amount, and it seemed like it was half, we were paying half, so Gloucester's kicking in to work, because this is the design of these new, the wings we're talking about.
Well,
So-
I think it's important to note that this money will also be contributed as we are contributing money towards the jail. This is going to be used towards that, correct?
Correct, because this is going to be the facility that the three counties will jointly own.
Exactly.
As a new entity, but yeah.
Yeah,
This is one of our portions of it. Correct.
And is this coming?
The proposal, that what the MUA reads, Mr. Sorrow, is that Cumberland, Gloucester, and Salem will all have a credit for the amount that they.
Exactly.
That they put into the jail. Salem's is $55 million based on the appraisal of their jail. Then we'll build, and the theory would be, we in Gloucester would build this addition onto their jail. We would get a credit for that, and Salem, Cumberland, and Gloucester would be paid back that money over the years by the payments that are being made for the inmates that are in the
Got it.
jail.
I just wanted to verify that everybody is getting credit for what they're putting in now.
And this is,
Everybody's getting credit for what they put in, and ultimately it will be reimbursed to the county through a payment over years.
Correct.
25.
but this is coming from the original bond that was taken, so that's where we're going to, okay,
And
thank you.
obviously, we'll be
Yes.
trying to use the original bond for our part of the construction.
Correct.
Yes.
All right.
Commissioner Albrecht?
Yes.
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 Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Sylvia?
Yes.
Resolution 2024-290, resolution adopting a revision to County Personnel Policy Manual Fraud, Waste, and Abuse Policy as required by 2 CFR 200. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes, and I agree with Ms. Ridgway. I'm glad to see that we are adopting this as a policy as well.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes.
Resolution 2024-291, resolution awarding contract for preventative maintenance and repair for the security door system at the Cumberland County Department of Corrections. Bid number 24-12. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Albrecht?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes.
Resolution 2024-292, resolution authorizing a memorandum of agreement between Cumberland County Policemen's Benevolent Association, Local 231, and the County of Cumberland for 7 years effective January 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2026. Do I have a motion?
I'll
and
make
second?
the motion.
Second. Before we vote, may I make a comment?
Please do.
One, I want to thank the administration. Everybody did a great job with this. Also want to thank the union reps that were involved, because from what I understand, everybody really worked together in order to get this thing through. I think this shows that this commission and this administration is very serious about trying to take care of our employees. That's all I just want to say.
Director, I want to make a comment too. This, I'm very pleased to see this. From day. What's that?
It's a long time coming.
Long time coming, and I appreciate the PBA 231 a lot. They've been through a lot since I've sat here by myself. They took it on the chin many times, and I'm glad that this commission has pushed this through with the support, with the people we put in place to negotiate. Every time I've talked to them, it's very cordial, very amicable. It was different than they've ever been spoken to before or negotiated with, which reflects how we do things. And I think it's just going to pay dividends down the road, because we're doing bigger things as we're moving on. So, and they're part of it. So I think this is great. Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Commissioner Sorrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Marchand?
Yes.
Commissioner Taylor?
Yes.
Deputy Director Romero?
Yes.
Director Soleo?
Yes. And I'd like to make a comment. And I'll keep it very brief. We worked day and night with this. Certainly did. And I want to thank you guys, all of you. And I was very happy. I was on the ball field the other day, actually a couple of times, watching my grandkids. And a few of the coaches were PBA 231. And they came up to me and they said thank you. And that was probably the best day of my life. I mean, other than watching my grandkids, of course. But it just filled me up inside because how long they were without a contract just disgusted me. And I'm glad you guys are whole now, and we're looking forward to hard work and coming through for us and doing the job. So I want to thank you again, and it's been a pleasure, and we're going to continue to do the job here with our commission. Thank you. You again?
Every month, baby.
Comedy show.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Rich.
We began the month of March with a balance of $35,658,777.49. Cash receipts of $4,243,827.06. Disbursements of $27,498,887.57, ending the month of March with a cash balance of $12,403,760.98. Itemized list of investments are attached, still $61,962,332.59. With a motion a second, you can accept the treasurer's report as just read. I don't have anything more to add.
Motion to accept.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Good job, Mr. Ridgway.
Do I have a motion and second for authorizing payment of all salaries and wages?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do I have a motion and second to open public comment on new business only?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Public comment, please. New business only. State your name, address, and
Social Security.
social security number.
Birth date,
Birthday.
proof that I am who I say I am.
That's right.
Good evening, I'm Nancy Ridgway from Upper Deerfield and Fairfield Township. I think it's tattooed somewhere on me. Plus, I have a deed. I want to thank you. We have here, I want my people to see it. This is the Cumberland County flag that we have. So I thank you. We also have the state of New Jersey flag, and I thank you. And we have the American flag, which I really thank you for because it's supposed to be justice for all, which I kind of doubt that sometimes. But there's only one other thing. My veterans got a hold of me. Now they want a POW flag. So I just thought I'd pass that along. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Richmond.
That's doable. Yeah, that's doable. Sure.
You're doing Vic Bermudez, taxpayer, Hopewell Township, PBA Local 231 president. I definitely would like to thank this board for breaking records from what I see. What they did, and it's amazing because they're being so modest about what really transpired over these years. And I don't have to tell everybody how hard it was with the last few decades of administrations we went through. And I can honestly say that from what I understand, our contracts usually took us 5 to 6 years. This administration got it done in close to 8 months, which is huge for us. And from what I understand, I think other unions have settled as well, so we may be talking as many as 6 contracts in the same amount of time. So I see change, but more importantly, what happened in the past was my people, not only my people, the government workers, that they cut in half over the years, not this administration, but they cut city workers, county workers, which was a huge cornerstone to this county, and they cut them in half, literally in half. And they put us in poverty marks. I'm talking about I had officers that was still up till now getting assistance. And you hear people here that work for the county saying they need assistance as well with food and electric and gas and things of that nature. But I can say that unprecedentedly, I've seen them take us out of the poverty mark. We're out of poverty mark with this contract in one shot. So it could have been done, but this group did it. And I definitely like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of my guys for standing by what you said you were going to do and doing it. And to some people, it may seem like it took a long time, but compared to the years that we've been through and how you caught us up and communicated with us, like Doug, thank you for answering the phone, Joe, Tony, Vicky, oh, I'm sorry, Loads, Miss Loads. I appreciate Hal, everybody, John and Ridgeway, the financial guru right there. I mean, that was crazy. Like, he did stuff right on the dime. Like, the call was for the last 5 years that we lost, getting layoffs, COVID, losing officers, people dying. We said we needed something now for all the time that we lost, and he stepped up to the plate and moved numbers. Like, he's a genius like that, moved numbers to accommodate everyone, and you guys definitely approved it, and I appreciate you, and God bless you guys, and I definitely remember that. Remember this in November for everyone. So I appreciate you guys.
Mr. Bermudez, every employee to us in this county is a very important employee, all the way from DOS to you guys to the sheriff department. You are a priority in this county, and we promised you we would do that. And I appreciate you coming forward and giving us credit for some of it. And that's just a great group that we are, that we're going to step up every time we can for the employees of our county. And I'm very proud to work with these people. I mean, you saw me when I first got here. That was Cilio and I and Doug were in a battle. Well, yeah. I feel great we won that battle, you know, and you guys are all part of us, you know, and you are worth fighting for, every one of you. Thank you.
I
appreciate it.
Please.
We also have to thank you. And I'm mean and sincere, because it takes two groups of people in order to get the contract through. And you saw how serious we were, but we also saw how serious you were to help us out too. So we want to thank you and the organization and all the union members. And we appreciate what you did too.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And one thing that...
Victor, the ink is still wet.
Yeah.
I signed it today.
Great.
So we're good to go.
Great. And I think something about you guys that maybe many don't know, or you guys don't say enough, why you understand us, because you guys are Doug, the mechanic. He gets his hands dirty every day. Tony, mechanic, gets his hands dirty same as us. He's the same as us regular people. Joe, construction, Saul, you know, with the plumbing, you know. This guy right here, I remember when he was a public defender down in Bridgeton, and then he went to prosecution. Me and him traded. He worked up in the ranks as well. Teacher, who knows how it is to get paid, not get paid for what it is that you do. You know what I mean? You understand. So, I mean, we have working class people working for the working class, opposed to how it used to be where the middle class was put down into the underclass. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Real quick, I'm just going to piggyback off him because he had the easy part. And that was the contract.
He took your 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, we split that up. That was the easy part that he got. The hard part was putting administration together to bring this team together. When Paige came along, she brought my man Stan. Stan was the bridge to the administration coming together. Doug, he glued it all up. And then Cilio, Romo, Louis, you know the story, what we've been through. And I'm the type of person, when I come to you, I'm coming to you with a solution. not just complaining, none of that. Because where I came from, employee of the year, employee of the month, I work hard wherever I go. That's what I stand for. But I'm not gonna let you just take advantage of me when I'm trying to work hard. But we need to all work hard together. That's why we built this table. These are all Republicans. This is what we voted in, but they all for the people. They know Republicans no more. They for the people once they voted in. And this is how we look at this thing. This is how we look at it. And the reason this is not a mistake, this is because of a failure from the other administration. And that's why we have this group, and they working, and you can see it. And I'd like to thank all.
Thank you, Mr. Harder.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion and a second to close public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Commissioner reports.
Let's go to the right side of this line. Mr. Marshall?
Absolutely. So, when taking the seat, one of the things I wanted to make sure when I was county commissioner is that I was able to get around, talk to a lot of people, see the concerns that they have, and try to get some ideas from them or try to resolve any problems. So this last month's been busy. I've been all over this county doing exactly that. I had a nice long conversation with the Deputy Mayor of Hopewell, Tom Tedesco. We had a nice conversation about Hopewell, different issues they have there, different ideas that he has for the community. Obviously, we want to be a partner with that. I had the opportunity, Sheriff Donato, he invited me and Commissioner Taylor, you came with me. We had a nice tour of the Sheriff's Department. We met a lot of nice people and got some ideas and learned a lot about the daily activities that are going on at the Sheriff's Department. I learned that there's some job opportunities over there, so anyone who's listening, if you're interested, there's some job opportunities over the Sheriff's Department. And as you can see, we're trying to work with our county employees to move forward and be very productive and try to work with everyone so that everyone's happy, we have productive employees, and we're able to move this county forward where we want it to be. So it's been a busy month. I plan on doing more of this. I want to take more of these tours of various county buildings, and I want to interact, of course, with more people to get more ideas and more thoughts from them. So I look forward to doing that in the future, and I appreciate everybody's time.
Commissioner Taylor?
Well, I'd like to just let everybody know this month's been a busy month for all of us, as I was able to attend the Bridgeton Chamber Luncheon. They did have several of the mayors there, and the mayors spoke on what they were doing for their towns and municipalities. There's a lot going on in the Bridgeton area, you know, whether you're for it or against it. The facilities that they're building to, for, you know, I'm not sure how we say this, Joe, but for the pot, you know, to manufacture.
Say it the way you want to say it.
Yeah, manufacture or, you know, process marijuana. But, you know, it's bringing jobs to the communities. So when you look at it that way, that's a positive. Also, you know, we were able to meet with a different group of mayors yesterday, and they talked about what was important to them and how to move their township forward as it related to septic. A lot of our municipalities face not just down townships problem, but they also have an issue where they need wastewater treatment plant. So we're working on solutions for our different towns and our different municipalities. So that's like, we're really busy and we want to move the county forward.
Good, okay. All right. Commissioner?
I don't have a whole lot to say because I was out most of this month, but I'm smiling. I got new teeth on and all that. So well, no, it's a lot of great things going on.
Fairy godmother.
Yes, you know, I'm glad to see the PBA with their contract. I'd like to see all the accomplishments that we have gone through since 3 years ago, since I started here. I mean, all the fights that we used to have in here that settled down, and everybody's running a lot happier. Mr. Ridgway doing a great job with us, like they said, and you know, locating money. And, you know, I'm just very happy that there's a lot of people coming up front and saying positive things about us instead of the negative that we used to have. And, you know, I'm very proud of all the directors that are doing a great job in their departments. And, you know, the jail was a big thing. I like to see it, we're going forward. We're looking at building a new jail, the site and architecture, and we're talking about great things. And Charlie's doing a great job, you know, keeping it all together. I wish I could say the same thing about the sheriff department. Every time I want to visit the sheriff department, he says, "No, Tony, stay where you're at. I'll bring you a pizza." So, you know, but Mike Donato, I love you, you know that. So you guys are all doing a great job. You know, it's not much to say when things are rolling the right way. You know, everything is falling in place. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Olber.
I'm looking for my notes, but the Bayshore Council, I learned more stuff in that. There's so much information that has my head spinning with those meetings. I'm trying to remember because my notes I don't see here. What came out of it? They're looking at they having issues. There's actually some ships that are running these are the things they tackle. There's ships that are going off, are being stuck in the channel or off the channel. They're trying to determine if the things are in the right place. They think they are. I wish the mayor was here because he was on the call and he confirmed that he thinks that the buoys have never set up correctly. There's been some changes, but they're tackling. This is an all-volunteer group tackling these issues. They talked about the dredging, things that they're doing and where they're going to pile up the sand. They brought up East Point Lighthouse, that because there are DEP people on the calls, that the idea is to stabilize the building. There are a lot of issues with water getting in and around the East Point Lighthouse, which is a very important tourism destination, and they fight, again, a volunteer group fights to keep that thing going, and the state doesn't make it easy. There are probably, like I said, 2 hours of discussion about many different things. The Army Corps of Engineers, some issues there. They are actually our first line of defense when DEP decides to create some new, not law, but rule. They're the first group that sits there as a challenge to them. I would say to this commission, it would be nice to kind of pay attention because they probably need more help than just themselves to take on issues that affect a lot of this county. They do work with Salem, but they also work with Cape May. So it was interesting. I learned a lot. Like I said, my head spins because they know there's so many acronyms they throw out. I have to figure out which ones they're talking about. So the other thing, and Sandy kind of alluded to, we had a meeting with about the Southern Project, which is the bring sewer and maybe water down the road, but sewer to our Fairfield, Lawrence Township, commercial, and Morse River Township. And it's the DP was in the room, all the main players are in the room. I think we got a good handle on what we have to do next, what has to be each step. Those townships actually filled out a technical assistance paper. That's how we got them in the room to start, to say that they want to be part of this, which comes with money for them to bring someone in to help them get on par with everything. The CCUA is going to be a big player in this. I didn't get an indication how long. They did say they get information quickly. Well, the DEP doesn't move quickly in anything. So, but they did mention what has to be done, and we're just going to step by step pick it up and run with it. I mentioned the director that the western side, which has not filled out all the paperwork yet, but they would be the next group that I would
We have to expand
Yeah, there's a lot of things going to be done. This is just a preliminary start, but it was a good start. And you can't take DEP at their word, but they seemed at least receptive to what we were trying to understand or trying to tackle. 30-year crisis documented 30 years ago. That means it's probably a 50-year crisis that we're trying to tackle. And tonight, Dow Township was in the room, and that was the first big hurdle, because they opened the doors for everything else in the county to be tackled, and everything's possible. So, thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Shaw?
Busy, 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 busy. It just seems like you just go down the list, because I don't want to take a lot of time. But, you know, between chamber functions with Bridgeton, violent chamber functions that we attended, Zoom meetings with the Middle Mile and the jail, the CCUA meetings that I attend, including the CCIA meetings, also the South Jersey Economic Development District meetings that we have. This was an organization, I think the director will attest to, years ago, when I was on it before, it was almost broke, and they've turned it completely around, and they're going to start moving forward, and I think they're going to be very instrumental in helping the counties in South Jersey, because that's what it stands for, South Jersey Economic Development District. It's going to help turn us around. They got a lot of projects that they're thinking about, and we were talking about it at the last meeting, and I think we're going to move forward on it. Attended the Southern New Jersey County Commissioners meeting. One of the best parts about that meeting is you get there and you sit there and you talk to other counties and what they're doing, and you get ideas. And I really do appreciate going over to these meetings. I just enjoyed talking to these individuals. The Rowan Foundation had a gala that we attended. You think, oh, you went to a gala, that's nice, you sit down and eat. My actual first thought was, I gotta go to this gala. Just one of those, sometimes you just don't feel like going to something, but I went to the gala. I probably never met so many people that I was able to talk to and get ideas from. Was at that gala. I probably seriously got about 15 different cards. So sometimes you go to an event that you think, well, you know, why do I even want to go to something like this? And it just turned out with I've met a lot of people, and I think that there's a lot of ideas out there for Cumberland County, the college, you know, the county college here, but they want to work together. I met individuals from Rowan, you know, the main college campus, and they're willing to work with us on a number of different issues from the actual campus in Glassboro. So I was very happy that I attended that. Other than that, the director's businesses, no.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner?
Thank you, Director. I kind of, Vic and Donald, you made me think of something tonight, and that's a little phrase, of the people, for the people, by the people. And I think that that's kind of reflected in what all of the other commissioners are saying here tonight. It might seem counterintuitive to say that when you get into public service that you shouldn't have all the answers, but in fact you should not have all the answers. What you should have is all the ears and all of the experience and the willingness to go and experience what the people you represent are experiencing. I think you heard a lot of that from the fellow commissioners up here tonight, that they're going all over and they're listening. I know for myself, and you know why your contract was so important. It started, you know, with my term here with the social services contract. That was one of the first ones that we settled. And as a public school educator, I've been in those rooms where school board members have turned their backs on us. And we haven't had contracts for years, and that's a problem. You know, people can't afford health insurance, people can't afford rent, food, and there's all kinds of issues. And you have to, in order to understand it, you have to be about it. And I've been in those rooms, I've been in those situations. And another part of that is my upbringing was in a small business family. Everybody, both grandparents, my parents, we all ran small businesses, and so that's all I knew. And your employees are your family. You celebrate their family's accomplishments, you help them in their times of need, and that's the kind of board that I know I want to be part of, and I'm glad that my fellow commissioners are making that a priority as well. That being said, I was raised in a farming family. It doesn't get much dirtier than that, sticking your hands in the dirt, and I will tell you, I still do it. And I make my kids do it. They get real mad at me, but I don't care.
Dirt out of my fingernails from last weekend.
That's right.
Dirt's nicer.
Yeah. So, you're right. Sometimes. But this month, recently, we went to Rutgers Cooperative Extension, and we're discussing opportunities with agriculture development here in Cumberland County and what the Rutgers Cooperative Extension could do. We sat down with the director, Brian Schilling, and it's not just about farming, but it's about our 4-H program, what they have to offer for our kids, and how we can further develop that, not only in our more rural areas, because numbers show that that's where a lot of those kids are being, or the kids that are being served, the families that are being served are from those areas, but trying to bring it into more of our urban areas in Cumberland County as well, to offer those other opportunities. Not every kid is cut out for, football and basketball practice, where I spend a lot of my time, but working in a public school, you understand that kids have all different interests and needs to keep them interested and active in their communities. And we talked about opportunities with 4-H, we talked about opportunities with our master gardeners, possibly marrying that with our recreation goals here in Cumberland County, and further talking about the changes that the state has adopted with farmland preservation. If you drive around Cumberland County, you'll see that there's a lot of farmland preservation signs around. And that might seem wonderful and beautiful, but as somebody who's a 5th-generation farmer, I can tell you that that means you're kind of giving up your land forever with a one-time, payment. And that can be a big sacrifice because that's your full investment. And so the state of New Jersey is recognizing that and kind of adopting some changes to how they value farmland preservation, and if there is soil value, woodland value, whatever it is, to maybe make it a little bit more appealing for farmers to sort of get into this program and preserve more of our land, so that we can keep Cumberland County beautiful and still remain the Garden State, because the Garden State starts right here in Cumberland County.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you for giving us the dirt on agriculture.
That's the dirt.
I'm not going to say much because pretty much these guys have done a lot of the talking, but I was down to see emergency management this past week. Got the scoop on how things operate there. I want to basically commend those people for staying on high alert when things are a problem in our area. We had the CCUA meeting, which a couple of commissioners have spoke to already. But the thing is that I asked the mayors and I asked all the people in the room, and it was probably more people than in this room right now. And I asked them, I said, did anybody ever ask you to bring everybody together, to collaborate, to actually come up with an idea and do things in the county? Never been asked before. Skip Bowman, the mayor, she said, never had it happen before. I was with him, with John a few other times, talked about the dam. This damn dam that's going on. Things like that. We bring people in the room, we talk about solutions. So that's just another little subject. Public Works. I was at Public Works speaking to some of the employees there, getting them ready for the new employment of the new director of Public Works. The gentleman is a fine gentleman and is also a great manager. I hope to see good things from him. Veterans Affairs. We spoke to the senator about Veterans Affairs and different problems, what we have with it. Commissioner Romero and myself, we went to Veterans Affairs for the state the same day. Spent a good hour and a half seeing what they do and how we can make things work out in the future, getting a bigger outreach program for our veterans. Also, I'm going to make some more outreach, especially for Operation Greenlight. Saw Cats as well, had a little sit down with the director there. And also what I suggested is that we look at more Western transportation to get over to the shelter and to Code Blue, things of that nature where it's necessary. Get started now, we're not worried about it when it's November 25th and it's starting to get cold out. I can't even read my handwriting anymore. And the shelter in Cold Blues, I was also there in Bridgeton and had a nice little chat with Mayor Kelly. We sat in his vehicle, 2 hours, 3 hours, going from place to place to place to see what's going on there and what he's been doing in the city of Bridgeton and what kind of things that we can do to help make things work for him. Other than that, I think it's been a busy month. April's showers, hopefully bring Mayflowers, and that's hopefully a very good thing for everybody. So thank you all at this point, and I think we could probably call for a joint.
We don't have a resolution for executive session. Do I have a motion to
No.
adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Great.
Matt, you're going to be called upon CCUA.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.